Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, I sure hope you're having an absolutely fantastic Saturday thus far. Judy and I, we had the kids over, we had a barbecue. It was absolutely awesome. Sky is blue, the weather is just totally fantastic. Guys, it's so amazing to actually get outside and have that time with your friends and family, and that's what the weekends are for. And I'll tell you what, I am so glad that you're able to come out here and spend some time with us as well. Now, guys, in this XRP ecosystem, things are only getting better. I'll tell you what, the SEC has just come out, and guys, they have more or less nullified the injunction that Judge Torres laid down because they have taken away that bad actor designation against Ripple. And this is a major, major deal. Now, Bill Morgan, the legal analyst, has been following this case and has been a great support for this whole XRP community, to be sure. He posted this on X where this decision, this ruling that has come out where the SEC has taken that off the table, opens the door to allow Ripple to go out there, guys, and to make these financial offerings to institutions again. And it will allow them to raise capital and do so much more. This is a big time deal. It practically eliminates Judge Annalisa Torres's injunction, when it came to institutional investors. Now, having said that, just to clear something up, it was not what they were selling to institutional investors, guys. It's how they were selling it. Remember, back there in 2013, it was wrapped up in these contractual agreements that absolutely, looked like securities. Because, hey, it wasn't the XRP that was in the contract that made it a security. It was the contract itself. The same way that in the Howey test, the oranges were not the securities. It was the orange groves related to that became the securities. And that's why XRP in and of itself was never and never will be, nor should it have ever been, designated as a security. It's not. And I pretty much knew that right from day one when this case came down. Because when I examined the prongs of the Howey test, I thought, hey, listen, this makes zero sense because XRP, just a digital commodity, no way is that going to get classified as a security. Because if it did, then I'm telling you what, all kinds of stuff would have been securities. And in that capacity, the oranges in the Howey test should have been securities as well. And every grocery store in the United States should have registered the SEC to sell those oranges. But that's the point. Now, that whole injunction over the institutional sales, it was how they did it. And of course, it gave them that, that bad actor thing there. So it just kind of limited them on what they were allowed to do. Well, like we had said earlier on, and you can go back just a couple months back where we were talking about this, and I said at that time, listen, I don't think this injunction is going to make any hoot of difference anyway, because what's going to go down is the SEC are going to come out and they're going to work out some arrangement with Ripple. Now, they did this the day after they, did the joint withdrawal of both of their appeals. The SEC has this waiting in the wings, signed off on it, and opened the doors for Ripple to get out there. And yep, they can actually raise capital with institutions again. The big time deal, guys, big time deal. You could not ask for a better setup, in my estimation, than what we are getting right now for XRP. I mean, truly, it is mind-boggling. I mean, the fact that we were under all of that suppression and for years and years. Judy and I were buying XRP long before the case was even dropped. And throughout that case, based on our conviction, whoa, did we ever accumulate in every dip that we possibly could and built up such a significant position that, yes, it became a revolutionizing change in our lives, even in that last run. Well, this one has outdone that one. In this run, we've got, what, a brand new all-time high? And guys, we're sitting here at over $3, around the $3.30 range. And a lot of TA guys are saying, hey, we are literally right on the threshold of, bam, another massive, massive move. On top of that, case, of course, being dismissed, all gone. We got a regulatory environment so favorable, an SEC that seems to be just loving Ripple. Guys, it's my estimation that these ETFs, bang, 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 they're going to fall like dominoes. I think those are also going to get approved, and it is going to be like crazy. And you got Ripple making some major, major acquirements when they acquired rail, sorry, they acquired, hidden row, they acquired. Now people are out there. I said Matako, and one guy writes me, oh David, it's not a taco stand. Well, potato, whatever. If it's Medico, I've heard it said different ways. The point of the matter is these acquisitions, and with Medico, Matako, however you want to pronounce it, it is a custody solution. A lot of people didn't see that one coming. They are sitting on $1.5 billion of war chest sitting there to make these acquisitions, right? And on top of that, I mean, you got to be kidding me, a $15 billion unicorn. I'll tell you, private equity, when you're looking at Ripple, it looks so amazing. And beyond that, this XRP ecosystem, I mean, can you ask for a better setup than what we have? One of the most underappreciated assets in this entire digital asset space, suppressed. And guys, I've seen so many comments that have said, thank God for the SEC lawsuit because it allowed me to accumulate when I never could. And I get that. I mean, right now, it's going to cost the average per what, $33,000 just to get to 10,000 XRP, over $330,000 for you to reach 100,000 XRP. I remember when so many people way back then, they were thinking, oh, if I could just get to 100,000 XRP. And at the time, 100,000 XRP probably cost about 20, 25 grand, somewhere in that neighborhood. And that was a big time goal for a lot of people. Well, now a lot of people, their goal is just to get to 10,000. And I'm going to tell you something. It's my personal belief that at these prices and you get to 10,000 XRP, wow, is that going to be massive for you down the road in the future. I genuinely believe it. And the reason why I believe it, guys, is the future that's being laid out before us. You can't deny it. We're seeing the infrastructure getting laid down. We can see all the ducks being lined right up in a row, and they are literally going to fall like dominoes. I genuinely believe it. Guys, get out there, research this stuff now. I'm going to put that article right down into the description of this video so you can read it for yourself. But guys, this is a major, major, major big time deal. And I'm telling you, I am so excited about it, so excited for you that you and I are literally watching things happen that most of these buzzers say would never happen, yet we believed. And here we are, guys. Get strategic, get ready. And having said that, look, I've got some available dates there in my coaching. In fact, I've sold out. I think the second of the last week is now sold, and just a few dates left at the end of the month there in that last week. And if it's something that interests you to get yourself strategic, to build a plan, balancing your portfolio towards the achievement of those goals, working out your exit strategy, and getting your mind really, really in sync with how to benefit from this, then guys, visit me at thedigitaloutlook.com. Get yourself on the calendar. But I'll tell you what, absolutely amazing, guys. Things are doing major, major, big, big, big. And I can't wait to meet you tomorrow when we have our sugar on Sunday. And until then, guys, have a fabulous one and take care.